All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return this video, smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that you won't want to miss, as well as the opportunities I found this morning over at the Discord and I shared with the members. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. We look forward to having you join us. So, BB stock, BlackBerry Limited, has actually been sitting sideways, but in a subtle downward movement, right? Very silent, but it's been going downwards, okay? And very subtle, but when you zoom out you can really see it, especially from way up here. If you connect that line, it's pretty big. Now it is showing strength from down here to where it's at right now, so that is something to remember and pay close attention to. But there were key levels that I was watching, allowing this to stay within a certain channel, showing some strength, and it's actually broken through it, and that was down here at $13. Now the new low was $12.31. It got real close to it today and it bounced back up, so it's showing some strength here. But if that gets broken through, we got some key things to look at, and that's way down here at the $10 mark, and even down here at $10.88 and so forth, that I've talked about before, way back here at this area, and even down here at these levels. Okay, super important to watch. And if you want to even go lower to have a little bit of more room, is down here at 10.50. okay, I would just round that down, 10.51, 10.50, some key levels to watch. But right now, showing some strength within this area. It is in tug of war zone with the 50-day moving average right there, so that is something to watch. And we're gonna zoom in now and see what's important for tomorrow. But these are some key things to remember and pay close attention to. And if this goes into further weakness, it does not mean that it can't go back up, but the further down it continues to go and break through these support levels, the much weaker it's going to get, and the much more difficult it will be, because short squeezes happen when stocks are going up, forcing shorts to cover, not when it's going down and actually making them more money. So that is something to be aware of. Now the 50-day moving average is key, and it's 13.14. Anything below it is bearish, anything above it is bullish. Lowest point reached in the day was 12.31, really close to that 12.30 mark. I would be watching that very carefully going into tomorrow and even every following day this week. If that gets broken through, this could pull further away from the 50-day moving average. Now, the 50-day moving average is significant, but before getting there, in this upward movement and slight consolidation here, we have a resistance level that needs to be broken through to push up higher, and that's 12.91. That needs to be turned into a support, and it does not signify or guarantee that the bulls are going to get back into bullish territory. It's just a stepping stone to let us know where the momentum is going as investors, and it is one step closer to going upwards and building momentum from there. So that is something to watch and be aware of. Now, 13.14 does need to be crossed, and if it does get crossed, the next resistance level would be way up here, which is the pre-market numbers, the highest point before the dip of 13.98. Now, since that's such a broad stretch, I would use this point informally just to watch what's going on, and that would be down here at 13.40, guys. I'll just round that down from 13.41 to 13.40. Watch it carefully, see how the bulls are reacting. Are they pulling further away from the 50-day moving average? And are the bears having a fight here and a tug of war with them, trying to pull them back down? That is something to watch. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I'm going to share with you guys the ticker symbol you won't want to miss, as well as the opportunities that were mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if you want to know what stocks I'm watching daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. Stay tuned. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys today is one that I found out about not too long ago. It actually IPO'd recently, and this is a huge company that's going to be a big competitor, or is one of the biggest competitors to YouTube. Now, it's nowhere near it, and it has a lot to grow and go for itself to catch up to it, but it does have a large user base and it has a subscription service, making it very enticing for a growing company of revenue and net profits in the future. Now, before we look at this chart and we look at what ticker symbol it is, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I found this morning and shared with the members over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses, and discuss about other stocks in the stock market as well, beyond just what I'm watching in the Talk Stocks group. So here we are with MNOV. This was one of the first ones I was watching at 512. This pulled back and gave small jumps of 3 to 5%, but it was pretty stagnant for the rest of the day. Our worst performer of the list, but it did give small jumps of 3 to 5%. Now AEI, we caught this one at 737. We're going to look at the chart in just a moment. And EARS, we caught this one at 380. Now, I want you guys to be aware that these stocks moved pretty fast, and this is why timing and execution is everything, and it happens within minutes sometimes, and sometimes it takes hours. That's why you can't have that instant gratification, but you also can't be slow to move. And sometimes later in the day, there's even better opportunities or just as good if you're patient, right? It doesn't always work out that way, but this is one of them. AEI, we caught this one at 737, pulled back to 691 and shot up to 763, giving a highest point of 10% plus. And that was within the first 20 minutes of the opening market. So we started watching it. It was actually pulling back, right, from those highs, and it was kind of consolidating, went into further weakness and jumped up. Now, it went back into further weakness at these lows here, gave another 5% jump here, pulled back and gave another 10%. So within just 3 hours almost, it gave, or about 2 hours and a half, it gave a total of 25% opportunities between the two 10% and the 5% opportunity. It's all about timing and execution here. Now, the other ticker symbol is EARS. We caught this one at 380, and this is one that moved pretty quickly within the first 15 minutes. Almost 10 minutes actually to 15 minutes, and it gave us an 8% plus opportunity. Now, after that jump, it pulled back down and it actually gave another 10% plus opportunity here. So that's why it's all about the first couple of minutes. The further into the day, the higher the risk, because it's not guaranteed to have this type of move, and you could see the rest of the day it just started to stagnate and sit sideways, right? So it's all about catching this with execution and timing, but the opportunities are there and we look for them daily. 5 to 10% is a regular day, 10 to 20% is a great day, and 20% plus is a home run. If that's something that interests you and you want to know what stocks I watch daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. Now, before we look at the ticker symbol, I want to share with you guys, a lot of you guys may be asking yourselves, what is this? Well, this is just my drawing that it does not have to move exactly the same as it is drawn out. If not, if it is going in that direction of having newer drops, new peaks, newer drops, newer peaks, basically newer lows, newer highs, newer lows, instead of newer highs, newer lows, which is actually when a stock is going up, hitting a newer peak every time upwards. Well, what I'm looking for is if there's going to be a drop every time and the peaks are getting weaker and weaker, like we caught last time in the last correction that was forming. Now, there's two things that are going on here right now based off how the whole entire S&P 500 is moving, because everything that it lost almost last week in the last several days of the week, it's almost already gotten it back. So what I'm really looking for is a pullback, another spike, and another pullback, and that's going to give me not confirmation that we're going into a huge correction or crash, but we are in the middle of it and it could go further, right? Because right now this is the peak previously and this is the new peak. So now if we get another drawing that comes back and then it pops back up and it pops right back down like how I have drawn out here, and this is the new peak, the next peak will be the next weakness. That's the next new peak, and then we're resembling the correction that went on here. And if you look back at this correction, it had big jumps, big drops, big jumps, big drops. So this big jump could be the next big drop. We have to see. It's not confirmed, but I'm watching this carefully, and there's nothing wrong with corrections. They're normal. They hurt portfolios in the short term, but they are buying opportunities for the stocks you really liked or you were watching, or even to keep your average cost down on your high conviction stocks. This is where opportunities are formed, right? Every bull run is in every setback, right? Every pullback, right? A lot of people call them setbacks. I don't like to look at them like that. They're pullbacks that are setups for the next bull run. So that's the setup. Every time a stock goes back, the stock market or anything in general, those are opportunities. Because on Friday, as this was pulling back, yes, there was uncertainty and doubt of could this go back up or would it continue? If it continued, the more you double down, at some point there would be some spike like this, like it happened, which it didn't even have to take several days. It just went from Thursday, Friday, last Wednesday, and then all of a sudden Monday already jumped back up. Now the question is, will it pull back down? But that jump back up, a lot of investors are swing trading and making big bucks of anywhere from 3 to 5% on small jumps, 5 to 10% on some bigger ones, and home runs are 10, 20, 30% jumps off of that swing trade of that pullback. Now, it is risky, but it is something to be aware of. So what's the stock you want to add to your watch list that's a competitor to YouTube? It is VIMEO, and the ticker symbol is VMEO. This stock is tremendous when it comes to its growth potential. Now, the earnings is not as strong as it could be. It's still small, has so much room to grow that it makes it enticing to be aware of and watch carefully. Now, the lowest point that it reached after IPOing at the beginning of June was $38. So that's really what I'm looking for. The stock right now is kind of sideways, and it seems to be consolidating within this channel, but I would like to see this go even into further weakness, getting closer to $40, and if it gets closer to 38 and breaks through it, making the opportunity even larger. So this is a stock I have my eye on, and I'm going to be watching not just this week, not next week, not just this month, not next month, the rest of the year, and the opportunities are going to get bigger and bigger the more it pulls back before it actually becomes profitable and continues to prove itself. But it's one of the largest when it comes to being a competitor of YouTube. It's nowhere near it, and I don't think it will ever get as large as it, but it will get its piece of the pie, guys. If you do your research and look up competitors or platforms similar to YouTube, this is one of the top ones on the list usually, and I'm still doing more research on the company and everything about them. But right now at these prices, it's kind of speculative because it doesn't really give you enough insight. It's too soon, but there's nothing better than to have a stock on your watch list early, and even if it pulls down further or goes up higher, to actually have time to research it and understand it. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on the stocks I mention here on the YouTube or any of my platforms. I'm just here to enlighten you guys on the stocks I'm watching, why I'm watching them, and why I believe they're an opportunity. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.